Listen, guys, we all love to snipe in Call of Duty Cold War. It's one of the most fun things to do. And today I'm going to be showing you the best weapon class loadout for the Pelington because we all love sniping, but we hate when we're just scoping in and it takes so long. So today I'm showing you the best attachments to put onto the weapon in order to get kills, and you won't die as much whenever you're trying to scope in because this is the best quick scope build to the weapon. Now let's go ahead and get into it. But before we get into that, I just have to ask you guys the question of the day, and that's, what is your favorite weapon in Call of Duty Cold War so far? We're a few days into the game, and I am really interested to hear what you guys have been using the most. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into this loadout. So first, we're just going to go to create a class, and then I have my class right here. We're starting with the Pelington, so let's go ahead and enter into the gunsmith. But before we do that, we just have to go to our wildcards, and I am making a build for the wildcard gunfighter. This allows us to unlock 3 additional attachment slots for your primary weapon, and that's going to be the Pelington, so you guys can see why I might have added that. But loading in, first, let's talk about the optic. You can honestly choose whatever optic you want to have on the weapon. I personally don't like giving optics during my builds just because I know that it's all personal preference. So you guys can go ahead and just choose whatever scope you see best fit, whichever one you are more accustomed to. Just go ahead and choose that. That's why there's an open slot here. But other than that, I have the best. So starting with our muzzle, we are just going to throw on the stabilizer 0.308. This is going to give us a plus 20% idle sway control. And this is really good for sniping because we don't always have to breathe in. This is going to allow us to not sway as much. And in the end, it makes us a bit more accurate. And we always want to just hit those shots. If it's from farther distances, more sway is equal to just bad times. So just throw on the stabilizer and call it a day. Next, the barrel. We're going to put on a 25-inch extender, and this is just going to help with bullet velocity. And then it also has a few more pluses, I believe. See, if we go with other things, then we decrease our speed, but we can gain other things. This is just going to be the best. We don't lose anything. We just gain. So next, let's talk about the body. I went ahead and just put on the steady aim laser just because it increases with hip fire accuracy. That's not too great, but it also helps with accuracy a bit as well. And that's what I like to see. If you want to no scope, this could be a good option. So just go ahead and throw this one on. And now we're moving on to the underbarrel. For the underbarrel, we are just going to throw on that infiltrator grip, and this is going to give us a plus 5% movement speed, plus 5% shooting move speed, and a plus 5% aim walking movement speed. And that's where a majority of our speed column comes to, just because we want to be trying to move as fast as possible. Whenever we're quick scoping in Call of Duty, we don't want to be standing still for that long. So if we're able to shoot then move really fast, then that can throw off enemy teams that might be sniping against us. So it's always just a good choice just to put your speed all the way up. It's perfect, and that's why I like to go with the infiltrator grip. Now moving on, for the magazine, I just went with a simple 7-round mag. This gives us 7 bullets instead of 5. And the pros, we get plus 40% magazine ammo capacity, plus 40% max starting ammo, and plus 40% ammo capacity. Summing that up, you get 2 extra bullets. Call it a day. The only con that we do have is minus 28% reload speed quickness. And I somewhat saw this while playing with this weapon. It does take a good bit to reload. So you just gotta hope you can kill a few people whenever you have your regular 7 shots. So just try to get into a safe place whenever you're going to reload, and just good luck with that. That's probably the worst part about this weapon, but honestly, it shouldn't matter. Just hit your shots and kill people before they kill you. Moving on to the handle, we have the airborne elastic wrap. And for this one, we are going to see an increase by 12% on the aim down sight speed. This is allowing us to quick scope. We get a 90% flinch resistance, so now we're not going to be flinching as much. We also get to drop shot, so if you're one of those players that wants to, for some reason, drop shot with a sniper, by all means, go ahead and get it done. The only cons we see with this attachment is the minus 15% shooting move speed and the minus 15% sprint to fire speed. That's okay because, as you guys remember, I believe it was the Infiltrator, we increased that stuff. So that's a good thing to do. Just go ahead and put on the Airborne Elastic Wrap. And now, lastly, for the stock, I went ahead and threw on the Raider Pad. This gives us the pros of plus 30% sprint to fire time and plus 40% aim walking movement speed. So in the end, increasing that speed, and we only lose 30% hip fire accuracy. So overall, this is the best build for the Pelington 703 or 703, whatever you want to call it. And I hope that that did help you out, but we still have the rest of this loadout coming up. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying the content and you like this build, go ahead and hit the subscribe button because we are on our way to 1,000 subscribers and all help is appreciated. We are uploading daily Call of Duty Cold War content, so might as well subscribe. Why not? Now let's go ahead and quickly talk about the rest of this class. So to start, I just threw on the Gallo SA-12, and then for the attachments, first I have the muzzle, the infantry V-choke. This gives us a 77% ADS spread. So this is just going to help us out. This is a shotgun. We want to hit our shots, and this is the best one to help us do that. Moving on to the barrel, we have the 24.8-inch Task Force. This is going to give us an 81% increase in damage and only a 13% decrease in effective damage range. So essentially what this does is it goes ahead and we have to get closer up, but we deal a ton more damage. Now next we have the body. I went with the steady aim laser just because it allows us to hip fire for those of you players that like to hip fire with the shotgun. Moving on to the magazine, 9-round tube, just because we're able to increase the ammo by to get it to 9 rounds. I think, yeah, so it's 7 before we add that, but now we just get the 9. I personally don't want to increase the 10 increase the 12, my bad, because of the reload quickness. I just want to be able to shoot the shotgun and keep on shooting it, so that's why I have that there. And then our last attachment for this weapon is the Airborne Elastic Wrap. Once again, it allows us to drop shot. We get that flinch resistance, and we also have a 30% increase in the aim down sight time. The only cons we get is a minus 10% shooting move speed and a minus 15% sprint to fire time. So overall, just a solid build for the Gallo. Now let's talk about our tactical. First of all, flashbangs are always nice whenever you're sniping, just because the enemy won't be able to see your muzzle in the air because they're flashed, and you could probably kill them if they're flashed. That's what I'm gonna say. Choose the flashbang, call it a day. For our lethal weapon, I went ahead and did Semtex just because that's normally what I will be using. And then field upgrade, field mic. I've explained this in the past, but it's basically just like a pocket UAV, and it's awesome. Go ahead and use the field mic. Now we already covered the wild card, so our last thing to talk about are the perks, and that is our first tactical mask. This is going to maximize the resistance to flashbangs and stun grenades, so if you're playing against somebody with this same class, you're not going to get flashbanged, and that's awesome. Now perk number 2, I went ahead and put Scavenger, but this one's kind of up in the air because you replenish ammo from fallen players. And with a sniper, you're not really going to be needing this as much as if you were running an assault rifle. So some other options I would say is maybe Assassin, maybe Gearhead, whatever you see fit. I went ahead and just threw on Scavenger, but just keep in mind, this is the one that you are able to change. And then for perk 3, I will never change this. It's always going to be Ghost. I don't want people knowing where I am, and I'm going to leave it at that. Guys, once again, be sure to let us know your favorite weapon in the comments of this video and subscribe with notifications on because we are trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching through this whole video, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace.